How's it going, guys? My name is Primetime War Thunder, and I am back bringing you my second War Thunder video. It has definitely been a while since I last posted a video, but yeah, I will do my absolute best to be more consistent with it. In this match, I am playing with a good friend of mine. Um, he's my squad mate right now. His War Thunder name is Joe Balboa. So um, you're gonna see how both of us together can do some pretty big damage to a match. He is definitely the better pilot out of the two of us. So yeah, definitely expect more from him than me. But I'm no slouch either. So all right. So we're gonna start this video out by diving on this BF-109, and we're gonna go ahead and take that one out. So last one with the BF-109, and then we look for our second target. Joe and I are in contact with each other right now, and right now he told me that the FR1 was on him, and I was supposed to get him right there. I missed that shot. I don't know how, but I missed it, so like, okay, fine. He's still alive, so I can still get him. Missed that shot again. I just started shooting this half a second too late, and he ended up getting him. But it's okay because I got the FR1 right here. So, unfortunately, he got my squad mate Joe, but I managed to get revenge for him. So that's one. And then we're looking for our final victim right now because we do want to get 3 kills in this match, and it is T-47. So he does manage to take our wing off though. So I try my best to fly home because I am still flying, even though my wing got torn off. I am still flying somehow, and I don't have good control. I have decent control. But as you can hear right now, there is a plane that is currently approaching me. And then when I look back, it is a C-205. And yep, obviously there's nothing I can do. I can't dodge at all or anything. And then right there, I go straight to the ground. So that was game one for a yak. And then we ended up switching to zeros here in a second. We start off close to a 109, and so both of us are going after this 109 right now, and there is another 109 incoming, so we have to be careful with that. Luckily, Joe does manage to get that first one, and now I turn into the second one. He does as well, and unfortunately, it gets him. That is the thing about Japanese planes, is they're extremely weak planes. So I do take off that 109's wing right there. And here's the thing, it doesn't actually count it for me right here. For some reason in the replay, that's from that J-22 that I just took out, which was awesome. I got a pilot snipe on him. It doesn't actually give me the kill right here. It doesn't, because it never goes to 2. But in the like when you look at the replays before you play them, it actually does say on there that I got him. So I don't know what's going on here. So unfortunately now I am out of cannons, so it's gonna be a lot harder to take down the Spitfire, and my shitty aim right now obviously does not help. But you know, I should have been able to get, like, if I had cannons, I could have got it right there. Maybe not because he was moving in and out of my sense pretty well. And then I believe I got some hits on him right there. Cannons would have probably taken him out. Missed right there. Got some more hits on him right there. Okay. More hits right there, and then I don't know what's going on with the camera, but like he's like cutting in and out like that. A few hits right there, missed, and then And then right here, I was like kind of able to unload. Luckily for him, I don't have cannons into the end. Um, he managed to get way too slow though, and he's gonna really use that to his advantage. And of course, unlucky for him, Japanese planes have much better low speed control than British planes do. Even though British planes do have pretty good low speed control, Japanese planes are just better at it. Um, so turning in on him right here, and then miss barely off, and then now we come to this one, and right here managed to get him. And I will say this one was kind of brutal for both of us because these Japanese 7mm are not it. As you can see, like I unloaded a lot into this, and yeah, some of it was my shitty aim, but still, this guy, you know, I finally took him down right there, probably hit a fuel line or something. And then here's the bad thing: I have 500 bullets, and I got a 109 on my, like, coming in on me. Now he's not gonna be an issue for me as far as danger because, you know, obviously I can just outturn him. He's got speed on me, but I can easily turn into him. And he realizes that, and he pulls away. And I try to get a few shots because I do still have some ammo. I was hoping to maybe get like a pilot sniper or something, but you know, my like I said, the shitty aim isn't gonna help with that. And unfortunately, Japanese planes are not the fastest, and you know he's kind of pulling away from me. I just really wish he still had cannons. It sucks that Japanese and Russians only give you like, you know, like 100, 120, 200, maybe if you're lucky, 340 shells, but whatever. So at this point I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna get some altitude, um, and then I would end up pulling away. What I should have probably done though is I should have continued pulling up and gone into the clouds. That way I could have gone away. But because unfortunately this 109 does turn back into me, and he does manage to get me, and then because I don't have anything, you know, he manages to get me. So I figured, plus my teammate was already dead, so I figured, why not? Like, I really don't care. That's why I was willing to take the head on. Otherwise, I would have just dodged him. So we go to our third match now with the I-185s. And now we got a key that was key 96 that was above us, and you know, just make sure that he wasn't going to try to shoot at us, because if he did try to, we would just both decide that we were going to turn in on him. And I believe that he did actually try to for a little bit, but he saw that, but there was someone else, and that LA5, right, that P63 ended up coming, and pretty much we ended up ignoring him. So this Key 61 was coming in, so I thought we were gonna go after that one, but you know, that P63 just ended up crashing. So we go after this P51 over here, and my squad mate ends up hitting him, and then I go after this zero right here, and I end up hitting it. Go after this Key 96 and end up missing my shots, because for some reason I can't aim for shit with the I-185 for some reason. I need more practice with it, but yeah. So almost passed out right there. Like yeah, the game for some reason, I mean the replay obviously doesn't show that, but I did almost end up passing out right there, which would not have been good. And then we're coming up. I did end up getting separated from my squad mate, so I'm looking to see where he is. And there's a P-47 that's incoming, so try to dodge that. He does manage to get a few hits with on me, and then I turn into him, and he just barely manages to dodge, go over my guns. And then I turn into him right here, but I just barely missed. I was just barely short. And so I turned back into him, and this is the guy that shot at me, that dove on me, and he did damage me a little bit, so I was hoping to be able to get some shots into him, possibly be the one to take him out, and unfortunately I wasn't able to. So, going after this P10 man, and Joe ends up taking him out, and I don't know why it looks like I still try to shoot into him after he was taken out. I swear, like, I didn't just waste ammo to go randomly, because I think when I was coming at him, he was still red. He was still alive, so I was gonna try and shoot into him to make sure he dies. But then they shot into him and killed him, so I don't know. And then, so now we're coming after this P38 right there. And unfortunately, that P38 does get my squad mate Joe, and so I start chasing it, but there's no way I'm gonna catch a P38 in an I-185. You know, just unfortunately that's not gonna happen. I did kind of start putting into him because of the 190, but now he's gonna start pulling away from me, as you can see. So I decided I am gonna start turning into the SB25. You know, maybe I can cut it off. Looking around me just to make sure that there's no one diving on me or coming at me or anything like that. That's one thing about this game, is you gotta be alert at all times. You gotta constantly be looking around you, make sure that you're always looking around, in case someone gets you, someone's diving on you, you know, something. And especially in top tier, because missiles can come out of nowhere. Especially if you have a plane that doesn't have a good RWR. So the SB-105 died, so go ahead and gonna turn around, and then we're gonna go ahead and gain a little bit of altitude, pull away from P38, and he is gonna start chasing me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, like I said, gain a little bit of altitude. So he is coming after me now, and gonna go ahead and try and make him waste some more of his energy by turning into him. And then, so because my squad mate was already dead at this point, I'm just gonna go in and make sure that he died, but my wing got taken off as well. So ended up getting him, and then that was it. I was hoping to try to be able to pull it up, but by the time I realized that was not going to be the case. Now, in this specific match, you see that B7A2? Well, I wasn't paying attention, and he ends up coming and he ends up shooting a good load into me, and he does manage to take my wing off, because by the time I saw him it was too late. He takes my wing off, but I do manage to save it. But I figure this would be a good chance to show you how good Joe is. So first things first, Joe takes out that B7 that tried to take me out. So at this point I'm limping back to base, because I do still have control of my aircraft, surprisingly. Once again, it's not perfect control, but it is some control. Now Joe's looking for his next target, and went ahead and sped it up a little bit, and actually I don't know what ended up happening right there. But so the crappy thing for Joe at this point is, unfortunately, a lot of our teammates are dead by this point. So I believe there was something like maybe 6 people alive at this point, compared to the pretty much the whole squad, the whole enemy squad. So this Key-61 is gonna decide to come after Joe. He goes for it, and he misses it, unfortunately. But there is still a people, and that one he doesn't miss. He does end up getting that one. And that Key-61 again. Leveled off again because there's something that was diving on, that was climbing up to him, which is the Sea Hurricane. And unfortunately, Joe misses again, but that's okay. This is like one of the few Russian trains where you can kind of just spray for a little bit, because you do actually get a lot of ammo with the high. So the boom gets it, their victim. And then at this point, I was trying to see where I am, um, and everything, and I accidentally did the speed controls of the plane. So as you can see, I just landed, um, pretty much crash landed. But yeah, I accidentally kept messing with the replay speed. It kind of changed characters. I don't know what's wrong. But so I figured, okay, still got a little bit of time, and I can show Joe's last kill, which is this M7 right here, and boom, splash 4 for Joe. And he does unfortunately miss this Firefly right here. But and then I almost thought he was gonna go straight to the ground, but he managed to recover. So now at this point we're gonna switch back to myself, and I'm coming back into the fight. Not really expecting too much because, I mean, the fight's pretty much over. But yeah, we did end up making the comeback somehow. Yeah, so then we come in after this, the zero right here, and because there's pretty much no one left except like this guy and I believe like one or two other pretty people. He's good, okay? Well, then we go after him. I want to at least get one kill. Because if I can't get him, at least I'll be close to Groundhog, so I can at least get some points. And I was sure that FR1 was gonna get him. If not, either Joe or that LA5. For sure that P51. Like no, okay. I still have a chance. Joe goes in again. No, that BF109 misses. Okay, awesome. He's getting within range now. And then Joe does manage to put him on fire, but he gets out of it. And like I had turned away because I thought he was done, but when I saw him, put out the fire, I was like, oh, okay. So I just went in there and made sure that he was dead. So I did end up getting one kill. And like I said, I think there's just one more guy left, but since he was just hiding, we just ended up leaving the match. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching with us, and please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.